but we push on. As the Atlanta Falcons pushed
One night
on
in Dallas.
Against the Commanders, where
Bijan
Robinson.
I was hoping to filibuster until we didn't have to get to this game.
No, we got to talk about Marcus Mariota and his friends. Not his friends, Bijan Robinson, who was doing the Christian McCaffrey thing, where he's basically like a wide receiver too, just on receiving yards, and then he's also one of the top 4 or 5 running backs in the NFL. Drake London had an incredible game. Deebo Samuel had a great game too, and we'll get to him. But start with Drake London, and we heard from Raheem Morris on Atlanta following Drake London's lead.
We were able to exploit some things down the field today. We were able to get open. We were able to throw the ball out there and put it up there and give them a chance on things. There was some definitely trust built over the first couple of weeks, and being able to let some of those things go and the timing of the play. You know, these things aren't open a lot in the NFL, and sometimes you got to let it go and let Drake make some plays, and he went out there and made them today. It's always great to see Drake play well. You know, when Drake goes out and he plays with that type of physicality and he plays with that type of energy, our team is just different. It's just across the board. So, you know, being able to see those things and Drake be able to get out there and get some receptions and have some success is absolutely awesome. And to stop you guys from writing about, you know, receivers not having touchdowns is beautiful.
Signs of life from Atlanta's passing game.
Yeah, well, they fired Ike Hilliard as their wide receivers coach.
It's all fixed.
Yeah, there you go, Detective Drake London.
I got to say, I don't think Michael Penix looked great in this game, regardless, but he was able to support Drake London. And this stat line, 8 for 110, a receiving touchdown, 10 targets. This is the type of line I thought we'd see much more often from Drake London.
60% of his targets also came in the slot, which I think is important. It's something we've talked about a lot with Detective Drake London, that they try to move him around and get him kind of those easy catches. You know, credit to Dan Quinn's defense for like, you know, elevating Michael Penix. So a week after getting shut up by Carolina, they light the Commanders up. So this is a tough loss for Washington and a bad look for Dan Quinn's defense. But I will say this. I thought London obviously looked awesome, 38% target share, but also for all the fun we've had about Kyle Pitts on this show, I think Kyle Pitts is back to being a tight end one.
Wow.
I mean, like 75 for 70 and a touchdown. He looked good. They are looking for him again, especially given the fact that Darnell Mooney cannot stay on the field. Like another draft pick I regret in our deep league. So, fourth straight week that I've lost somebody, you know, during the game, that somebody has injured and left the game here. But I'll save my excuses for tomorrow. You know,
after George wins by half a point and the curse continues.
Oh my God!
Really cheering for the curse to rear its head tonight.
The group chat will just go off and just brutalize me. Luckily, I'm a back-to-back champion of the league. But anyway, I think this was a good sign. Like after last week, which was such a disaster against Carolina, it was good to see Atlanta get back to looking like what we thought the Falcons would look like, which is, you know, Bijan and Drake London, and also I think Kyle Pitts. Till further notice, he is a tight end one. On the other side of the ball here, Jay, I have to believe that until Terry McLaurin comes back, and maybe even when he does, Deebo Samuel is now a must start.
Yeah, I mean, he goes 6 for 72, gets a receiving touchdown. They give him the ball on the ground 3 times as well. I think as well, just aesthetically, he looks leaner. He looks more explosive. I'm not sure he's back to like 2021 Deebo, but he looks much better than 2024 Deebo, where he's dealing with injuries and he was being forced to play as an X receiver because Brandon Ayuk was out. So, yeah, I think Deebo Samuel is a must start and perhaps a borderline wide receiver 2 until Terry McLaurin comes back.
Yeah, I mean, or low end wide receiver 1. He finishes this heading into Monday Night Football. He's the 9th best wide receiver in fantasy. He's had at least 17 fantasy points and at least 6 receptions now in 3 or 4 games this year. Like the role is sort of there. We sort of, when this trade happened, we thought, listen, if Deebo can get in shape, right, he's a perfect fit for the kind of offense that Cliff Kingsbury runs in terms of all the motion stuff and, you know, all the, you know, trying to get guys in space and just the gadgety stuff he likes to do. So Deebo has been, for a season that's been up and down for the Commanders' offense, and in fairness, Jaden Daniels only played 2 of the games, also on my team, also another injured guy, not that I'm bitter. Deebo Samuel has been a bright spot for an otherwise you know, shaky offense. It is a full-blown committee in the backfield, by the way. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Chris Rodriguez basically both get 7 touches. Rodriguez has the big run. He has the one big run. But, like, this is a committee in the backfield. So they're all still prefer, I guess, Krosky-Merritt, you know, but it's a 3-headed committee.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.